Scientific breakthroughs turn the tables, captivate minds, solve mysteries, and raise critics' eyebrows. This makes us feel in awe of discoveries and innovations, right? Though we think they happen to be in our court, what if we tell you it may go against the scientist himself? Yes, it's an occurrence of a scientist's groundbreaking discovery that left him tussling with remorse for the knowledge he had unleashed. We are talking about the theatrically released film Oppenheimer, which is taking center stage. An incredible American scientist, J. Robert Oppenheimer, envisioned empowering the world but ended up creating an atomic bomb in a super-secret lab nestled in the New Mexico desert. But here's the catch. He spent his whole life grappling with deep doubts about the nuclear age he helped kickstart. Stick around the video, because it is an intriguing story of a man who stood at the crossroads of history, leaving us with an ethical riddle that still thunders through time. The epitome of a genius who once was hailed as a hero, yet condemned by others' grounds, being his crucial role in the atomic bomb's creation that killed multiple, handicapped more, and scarred many memories forever. Chapter 1. The mind with scientific brilliance. Ins and outs of Oppenheimer. Imagine a brilliant and inquisitive young man, filled with a thirst for knowledge that knew no bounds. Nurtured in a wealthy family with all the privileges of his time, his psyche and novelty set him apart. He didn't confine himself to a list of degrees. Instead, he paved his way to becoming a charismatic and influential physicist, making his mark in the world of quantum mechanics and earning his doctorate at the young age of 23. He had a different outlook on the world and soon became a people person, all due to his profound sensitivity and empathy, which made him a thoughtful man. He explored the topics of language, religion, and progressive causes, proving that his intellect was only surpassed by his zeal for learning about the world. He genuinely cared about the world's welfare, which would later be questioned in his life. Chapter 2. The hero emerges from a child prodigy to the Manhattan Project. As the dark clouds of World War II, Oppenheimer's journey took an unexpected turn. The ferocious minds of states sought out of the box to develop a weapon with unfathomable power, which today is known as the atomic bomb, which trembles every soul. It was Oppenheimer's fair chance to shine when he was summoned to oversee the Manhattan Project, a top-secret mission to create the very weapon that would alter the course of history. He took on this responsibility with great reluctance, motivated not by a desire for dominance or destruction, but rather by the conviction that if they did not use this technology first, the results under a dictatorial regime could be far more disastrous. Although controversial, the successful development of the bomb unquestionably contributed significantly to the end of the war and may have prevented the loss of countless lives if the conflict had continued. Chapter 3. The darkness descends. The brilliance and the bomb. Here's where the plot thickens and the lines between hero and villain blur. Oppenheimer's life was forever changed on July 16, 1945, when the atomic bomb was successfully tested at the Trinity site. Science is a boon, however, it has decided to come at a great cost. On August 6 and 9, 1945, Hiroshima and Nagasaki witnessed the ferocity of the United States atomic bombs, codenamed Little Boy and Fat Man, respectively, which changed the course of warfare forever. Result: the immediate effects were catastrophic. Everything within about a mile of the hypocenters was instantly destroyed by the explosion's searing heat and strong shockwaves. In a split second, thousands of lives, infrastructure, and buildings were destroyed. Not just deaths. Due to radioactive fallout, survivors were more likely to experience many types of cancer and other long-term health problems. The bombings did contribute to the end of World War II. A few days after the bombing of Nagasaki, on August 15, 1945, Japan unconditionally submitted. World War II left a haunting moral dilemma for Oppenheimer and his colleagues. Broken by witnessing the sheer power of the bomb, he famously quoted the Bhagavad Gita, saying, "Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds." Chapter 4. Post-war advocacy. He offered his best to fetch peace. The profound implications of his work weighed heavily on him, and Oppenheimer's stance on nuclear weapons shifted. He became an ardent advocate for international cooperation and arms control, desperately trying to curb the further proliferation of these deadly weapons. Oppenheimer's efforts paved the way for arms control agreements and the eventual limited test ban treaty, demonstrating his commitment to a safer world. Unfortunately, Oppenheimer's aspirations for a peaceful world did not sit well with everyone. Despite his heroic contributions, clouds of suspicion began to gather around Oppenheimer during the Cold War. His previous associations with left-leaning political groups drew scrutiny from the government, and he faced accusations of being sympathetic to communism. This led to a controversial security clearance hearing that damaged his reputation. His tremendous contributions to national security didn't back him up well. Eventually, his opposition to the development of the hydrogen bomb led to his bitter downfall. He faced a trial where his loyalty and character were questioned, and ultimately, his security clearance was revoked in 1954. The hero, once celebrated for his scientific prowess, is now labeled a villain by some, and contributed to his downfall. Chapter 5. The legacy lives on, eternal in hearts, endless in minds. In the aftermath of this trying period, Oppenheimer retreated from the public eye. Still, his legacy continued to inspire generations of scientists, activists, and thinkers. He remained an advocate for the responsible use of scientific discoveries and a voice for the dangers posed by nuclear proliferation. We believe Oppenheimer's scientific judgments set heart-rending examples of the moral complexities faced by those who bear the burden of game-changing decisions. Through Oppenheimer, we learn that even heroes can be flawed, and villains can harbor noble intentions. Chapter 6. Concluding thoughts. Oppenheimer's legacy is complex and multifaceted. So, was Oppenheimer a hero or a villain? The truth lies in the shades of gray between these labels. His contributions to science and his efforts to control nuclear weapons earned him admiration, while the accusations and the security hearing led to criticism and doubt. There you have it, the intriguing tale that reflects on the profound impact of scientific discoveries and the responsibility we bear for the knowledge we unleash, a tale of J. Robert Oppenheimer, a man future generations will remember. Science is provocative and ought to be used to advance humanity, not diminish its importance. If you enjoyed this journey into history, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss our enthralling content. This is your host, signing off. Stay curious.